Nobody ever sat him down and told him the truth. Nobody warned him that comfort doesn't just relax you, it rewires you. Nobody explained that the life that feels easiest today can quietly destroy the man you were supposed to become. And that's how it starts. Not with failure, not with pain, but with comfort. He wasn't lazy. That's the dangerous part. He was functional, employed, fed, entertained, surrounded by distractions that made life feel full without actually being meaningful. Every morning his alarm went off. Every morning he hit snooze, not because he was tired, but because he could. At 24, comfort felt like a reward. A soft bed, a stable routine, a job that paid enough. Evenings filled with screens and noise. He told himself, this is balance. What he didn't realize was that comfort doesn't balance you, it numbs you. At first, nothing felt wrong. His friends lived the same way. Society applauded it. No one questioned a man who was doing fine. That's how comfort hides. It never looks like danger. It looks like normal. Years passed quietly. No crisis, no rock bottom, just repetition. Wake up, work, scroll, sleep. Dreams became memories he revisited only when he was bored. Goals turned into vague ideas he'd talk about one day. Comfort whispered lies every night. You deserve this. You've worked hard enough. Tomorrow is always there. And because there was no immediate consequence, he believed it. That's the trap. Pain teaches fast. Comfort teaches slowly. By 27, his edge was gone, but he didn't notice. He still talked confidently. Still joked, still planned, in theory, but effort felt heavier now. Discipline felt unnecessary. Urgency felt dramatic. Why push when life wasn't demanding it? That's how comfort steals ambition, by convincing you there's no rush. By 30, something strange happened. He started feeling tired, not physically, but mentally. Focus slipped. Motivation faded. Challenges felt annoying instead of exciting. He blamed age. He blamed stress. He blamed everything except the truth. Comfort had softened him. Not his body alone, his mind. He avoided discomfort instinctively now. Difficult conversations, hard goals, uncertain paths. He chose ease by default. And here's the part nobody warns you about. Comfort doesn't take everything at once. It takes small pieces daily. A little hunger for more, a little tolerance for pain, a little respect for effort. Until one day you don't recognize yourself. At 32, he watched others change. Men who once lived like him now moved differently, spoke with clarity, took risks, built things. They weren't luckier. They were just uncomfortable longer. That's when fear crept in. Not panic, just a quiet realization that he was standing still while life moved forward. But comfort fought back. It's too late to change. You're fine where you are. Why risk what you have? Comfort is persuasive. It uses logic. It pretends to protect you. What it never tells you is the price, because comfort always charges interest. Every year you avoid struggle, the cost of change increases. Every year you choose ease, discomfort feels scarier. Every year you stay still, momentum dies. By 34, he felt it clearly. He wasn't unhappy, but he wasn't proud. And that's worse. Because unhappiness pushes you to act. Lack of pride just drains you slowly. He had everything society said should make him content, yet something was missing. That something was resilience. He hadn't trained it. He hadn't needed it. Comfort had made sure of that. Then came the moment that shattered the illusion. Not a disaster, not a tragedy. Just a simple thought that hit him late one night. If my life stays exactly like this, will I be okay with that? And for the first time, the answer scared him. Because comfort had stolen something he didn't know how to get back. His hunger, his edge, his willingness to suffer for something better. That's when he realized the truth nobody warned him about. Comfort doesn't ruin your life loudly. It erases it quietly. And by the time you notice what's missing, you're already years behind. Then let's go deeper, because this is where comfort shows its real face. After that night, he couldn't unsee it. Every choice he'd made suddenly lined up like evidence. The skipped workouts, the avoided risks, the dreams he kept postponing because they felt inconvenient. None of them looked disastrous alone. Together they formed a pattern of retreat. Comfort hadn't chained him. It had seduced him. He realized something unsettling. He no longer chose what was right. He chose what was easiest. His default setting had shifted without his permission. That's how comfort wins. It changes your standards. What once felt unacceptable now felt normal. What once felt temporary now felt permanent. He remembered the man he used to be. The one who chased discomfort. The one who stayed up late learning. The one who took risks without overthinking consequences. That man felt distant now, almost fictional. Comfort had rewritten his identity. At 35, the cost became undeniable. Effort felt painful. Discipline felt unnatural. Uncertainty felt terrifying. Not because he was weak, but because he had trained himself to avoid struggle for over a decade. The brain adapts to what you feed it. Feed it resistance, it grows strong. Feed it ease, it grows fragile. Comfort had turned every challenge into a threat. He noticed how quickly he quit when things got hard. How often he justified stopping. How easily he convinced himself that this was good enough. That's the most dangerous phrase a man can say, good enough. Because it kills growth without looking like failure. Comfort also stole his time, but not the way people think. He wasn't wasting hours doing nothing. He was busy. Busy being distracted. Busy consuming instead of creating. Busy maintaining instead of building. Comfort fills your schedule so you never question your direction. By 37, regret wasn't loud, it was constant. A low hum in the background of everything he did. Every success felt hollow. Every rest felt undeserved. He realized something painful. He hadn't been living. He had been coasting. And life punishes coasting more brutally than mistakes. Because mistakes teach. Coasting decays. The men who failed early learned fast. The men who stayed comfortable learned nothing. Comfort had stolen his urgency. Without urgency, there was no pressure to improve. Without pressure, there was no growth. Without growth, there was stagnation. And stagnation feels safe until it doesn't. One morning, he caught his reflection and felt a wave of disappointment he couldn't ignore. Not at his circumstances, but at his choices. This wasn't the life he imagined. This wasn't the man he planned to be. And comfort was the reason. Not poverty. Not bad luck. Not lack of opportunity. Just too many easy days stacked together. That's when he understood the most brutal truth of all. Comfort doesn't steal your future suddenly. It convinces you to give it away. Voluntarily, no one warns you because no one feels it happening. By the time it hurts, the damage use is already done. But here's where the story shifts. Because comfort can be unlearned. The same way it trained him to avoid pain, pain could train him to grow again. The price would be high, higher than if he'd started earlier, but still possible. The question wasn't, can he change? The question was, is he willing to suffer again? Because comfort only loses its power when you choose something harder on purpose. And most men never make that choice good, because this is the part most people avoid. Saying out loud. The moment he decided to fight comfort, it didn't feel inspiring. It felt humiliating. He wasn't starting from zero. He was starting from below what he knew he was capable of. That's the hidden cost of comfort. When you finally wake up, you don't just begin late. You begin weaker. The first days were brutal. Waking up early felt unnatural. Silence felt uncomfortable. Effort felt heavy. His mind fought him at every step. This is pointless. You're too late. Why suffer now? Comfort doesn't leave quietly. It resists, because it has shaped your nervous system, your habits, your identity. Every time he chose discomfort, training when tired, learning when bored, working when no one noticed, something inside him pushed back. That pushback wasn't laziness. It was withdrawal. Comfort addiction is real. Just like muscles ache when you lift again after years of rest. The mind aches when you deny it ease after years of indulgence. Most men quit here, they mistake resistance for a sign they're doing something wrong. In reality, it's proof they're doing something right. Slowly, something shifted. Not in results, in tolerance. He could sit with discomfort longer. He could focus a little more. He could say no to the easy option. Discipline didn't arrive as motivation. It arrived as identity repair. Every hard choice rebuilt a piece of himself comfort had stolen. He realized something powerful. Comfort had made him fragile. Discomfort was making him durable. That durability changed how he saw the world. Problems no longer felt like threats, they felt like tests. Fatigue no longer meant stop, it meant adapt. Fear no longer meant retreat, it meant direction. By choosing discomfort daily, he was reclaiming something ancient in men. the ability to endure. And endurance changes everything. It sharpens focus. It restores self-respect. It brings clarity. The life he once feared now felt possible. Not because it was easier, but because he was stronger. He understood now why no one warns you about comfort. Because comfort feels kind at first. It feels humane. It feels earned. But comfort doesn't build men. It consumes them. The men who live easy lives today often pay with hard regrets tomorrow. The men who live hard days today often earn quiet confidence later. That's the trade no one explains. Comfort gives pleasure now and pain later. Discomfort gives pain now and power later. At 39, he wasn't ahead, but he was awake. And being awake is more valuable than being early, because awareness gives you a choice, and choice is where freedom lives. If you're listening to this and your life feels fine, but something inside feels off, that's not laziness. That's your instincts warning you. Comfort may already be taking more than you realize. The longer you stay comfortable, the more expensive change becomes. But here's the truth that matters most. It's never too late to choose harder over easier. The cost rises. The pain increases. But the alternative, staying numb, is worse. This is where the story ends. Not with success, not with victory, but with a decision to stop letting comfort decide your future. If this message hit you, it's because you're standing at the same crossroads. Choose discomfort. Choose discipline. Choose the version of you that survives tomorrow. Subscribe to Survive Tomorrow, because comfort is patient, and if you don't fight it, it will take everything.